typical indoor with a blue practice field. What do you think of a
Did
blue
he? How did he do that?
They're painting it.
Perfect. We got them right where we want them if they're going and painting their field.
Ever heard of anybody going quite that far?
No, that's good. Like I say, we don't even think about it. So if other people are, I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, tremendous players. You know, you start to hear maybe more about one of them, and you start looking at that guy, and then all of a sudden you're seeing on tape the other guy. Tremendous 1-2 punch, no question about it. And I think James was leading the nation in all-purpose yardage, and you know, what a vertical threat, what a horizontal threat with the sweeps and those type of things. And then Quiz is, you know, has as much agility as any player that I've seen that I can remember for sure. I mean, he can stop and start on a dime. It's so much of his game, which is you just don't see many backs like that. You know, everybody's so straight ahead and powerful and kind of slashing one cut. But his game is, hey, if it's clogged up, that's almost to his advantage that he can bounce things on a dime.
They obviously have different roles.
I think that's just what they are. You know, one's a running back and the other guy's a receiver, and they're just explosive players. And so you got a great player in the pass game that the receiver can also, James can also carry the ball, but Quiz is just a really good player running back wise. And so, you know, you just think about any offense when you got those type of weapons at those positions. They just happen to be brothers. That makes it even more unique.
You look at, Jaquiz, being...
He's got all the physical tools. He might have as strong as an arm that I've seen on tape in a while. I mean, he can throw it from hash to far sideline in a hurry. And they're such a vertical team that you really got to be able to defend sideline to sideline, and they're going to take you deep. And he's got the arm to get that done. I think he's a perfect guy for their system.
And his back.
You know, every year it seems like they kind of just take that next notch. And I think that, you know, Coach Riley's done such a great job of just, I don't know if flying below the radar is the right words, because I think everybody knows about them, but it seems like people talk about other teams in the Pac-10 maybe more than Oregon State, but everybody has as much or more respect for Oregon State than anybody in that league. And that's the thing that I think is so unique about what he's done.
I think a couple years ago you mentioned
they do a really good job in recruiting. One, I think they know their system. They've done the same things, their same general schemes on offense and defense, and there's enough variety to keep, obviously plenty of variety to keep guys off balance, but it's kind of the same systems. And so they do a good job recruiting to their systems, and they do a great job of developing guys. And some of these guys, some guys are very heralded, but some aren't. I think they do a really good job of recruiting the guys in their state and keeping those guys close to home. And you look at their roster, they got a lot of Oregon guys, and then they pick and choose elsewhere.
Obviously, the fans have enjoyed this series.
I like the games on the West. If we're playing outside of our league, I mean, I just think I think it's good for the fans. I think the fans really enjoy that. I think it's easier for fans on both sides to get to the games. But I think it's also good to have a little variety in terms of. But I think it's when it's on our side of the country is an ideal situation.
You mentioned the Oregon guys.
They got very good speed. That they got the guys that can break it. I think you got to play great defense in terms of a lot of guys got to be around the ball because they're going to break tackles. I mean, they're those type of players, and so that's probably the main thing is that you got to play team defense, because I think there's a couple guys that could, if you miss, they're going to make you pay in a hurry.
Coach, can you talk about Matt Slater a little bit?